Good afternoon, my beautiful friends. It is a lovely day here. This is only the second or third time I've been out here to the cemetery since I was sick in March, and it feels like I'm coming home. But I won't be doing too many more readings out here because the construction noise is getting overwhelming, and I'm doing a setup at home so that hopefully I can do reads the way I'd like to do them instead of having to prelay everything. I know times are tough. God, boy, do I know it. I know all of us are feeling like we're losing hope. So today, when I got in my car to come out here, I specifically asked my guides to give me a message of hope. Give me something to look forward to. Give me some indication that we're getting through all of this. And I turned on the radio in my car. And I do a thing called radiomancy, where the first thing I hear has a special message. Today, the first thing I heard was, "It's only for now." It is only for now. We will get through this. We will survive this. This is a temporary thing. Now, temporary may be 2 years. And for far too many people, it's going to be a permanent one. But the social restrictions, the feelings of helplessness, the feelings like we are unable to move forward in our lives, it's only for now. Slow down, rest. It's only for now. It is not permanent. So with that being said, oh, sorry, one other download I did get, and this is a strange one. Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway recently sold off all of their stock in every major airline. Now, I don't know if you know who Mr. Buffett is, but he is a gentleman who excels at playing the stock market. If he has divested himself of all airline stocks, that means what he sees coming is going to be a complete and utter change in the way people travel. Because people still need to travel no matter what. We are a nomadic species. We migrate. Look at human history if you need to see that. But there is a change coming in how it is done. I'm not saying what that change is. I have been getting conflicting information. My guides are indicating hops instead of flights. What my guides have been indicating through various reads and through downloads, and you know all the weird stuff I do. Suborbital hops are going to become a common thing. Look at companies like SpaceX, or the SpaceX race. Look at what they are doing. Look at how they are investing their time and energy, because that is the future of travel. Instead of taking an 18-hour flight from Australia to Los Angeles, it will be a suborbital hop that will cut time and fuel expenditures down dramatically. They may not be as frequent as flights, but for long distance travel, they are going to become an optimal mode of transportation. And quite honestly, if Berkshire Hathaway is getting out of airlines, they see something coming too. So, okay, on to the cards. I specifically asked for a message of hope, and that's not what came out. I came into this wanting to do a reading that would make people feel good, because I am so tired of disease, famine, plague, economic crash. I'm tired of it. I know the rest of y'all are tired of hearing me talk about it. But I read the cards, not what I wish the cards were. So starting off, Yeah, we slowed to a crawl. We were attempting to control the spread of this virus in the United States. And since we did not go to the draconian measures that countries like New Zealand instituted, our efforts are failing. We did a month and a half of please stay at home and wear a mask when you go out in public, and folks got so upset over not getting a freaking haircut that those orders got lifted. Let me tell y'all, I haven't had a haircut in 6 years, and I'm doing just fine. I think the rest of y'all can make it 2 whole months. I really do. Not that I'm salty about it or anything, but hey, it's just killing people. We started off going gangbusters to control this, and then we let go of the reins. We lost control, and now those efforts to control the spread of this virus have ground to a stop, and it is going to stop everything else. You think the economy was bad before? How bad is the economy going to be when you have a percentage point of your workforce and your spending force dead? Yes, I know most of the math is accumulated in the hands of 500 people, but for the remaining 329 million of us, we do have spending power, and as we die, that money is being removed from the economy. Let's face it, most of us spend most of our incomes just keeping going. We are what keeps the gears of the economy turning. Our work, our spending, we are what keeps it running. And now that the people at the top have decided that it's acceptable for more and more of us to die, the economy as we know it is going to come to a complete and utter halt. There are people who see this coming. There are people who are advocating for efforts to slow it down. Hello, Truth Train. But those people, as well-intentioned as they are, do not have the support of the masses. Yes, the emperor is the man in charge, but the emperor is only in charge as long as people listen to him. If the populace rises against the emperor, then the emperor has no recourse but to run. Too many people low to the ground are not listening to wise words from higher up, and too many people who think they are above any of this illness mess. Too many people who think that they are too personally special to be affected by any of this. Too many people who believe themselves the emperor of their own world without seeing how their world interacts with the one that the rest of us are in. They are the flash in the pan. They go charging in without being prepared for what they face. They go charging in, and then they go running out just as fast again because they can't handle what is going on between them. Watch out for this Knight of Wands. Generally, the Knight of Wands is a player. He's in and out for a one-night stand. This time, the Knight of Wands is carrying fire with him. Watch out for fever. Watch out for anything that raises your internal or external temperatures, because it is going to have an effect. The Knight of Wands himself will be in and out of your life before you know it, but the effects that remain behind him are going to be long-lasting and quite likely devastating. So many of us are facing anxiety right now. I know I have my insomnia nights. I'm pretty sure the rest of you do too. We are all facing it. We are all feeling the anxiety. And those of you who have friends that have anxiety disorders, those of you who have looked at those friends and ever said, oh, just get over it, calm down, it's all in your head, you owe them an apology now, because you're getting a taste of what their daily life is like. The anxiety is pervasive. The anxiety is everywhere. And I want to remind y'all, so far on this board, I've got 2 cards in reverse, and y'all know I straighten my cards before I shuffle. So if they're coming out in reverse, these are the messages that really need to be hitting hard. But yes, we are all trapped in anxiety right now. And that anxiety, and there's another reverse card, that anxiety is what is keeping us trapped. I hate to say this, I really do, but this is the message that I'm getting. As old ways are swept away, new opportunities arise. And there are a lot of us right now that are looking around and going, gee, wouldn't life be easier if? Why doesn't somebody just do this? Not realizing that we are the somebody. We are the ones who can make life easier. We are the ones who can pinpoint difficulties in our own lives, think of ways to circumvent them, and then what? What we should be doing is capitalizing on this. We should be taking these solutions that we're coming up with in our own lives and turning them into solutions for everybody. You choose to do that on a capitalist model, that's all you. If you choose to do it for free, that is also all you. Right now, as strapped as most of us are for money, I would say balance it. But the problem is, this anxiety that we're feeling, this hopelessness, this helplessness, keeps us from moving forward in such a way. You will get a fantastic idea, you will make it work in your life, in your family, and while it would help hundreds of thousands of other people, you don't see the point in putting it out there, because if you came up with it, surely everyone else knows it already. Let me tell you something. I saw a post on Facebook yesterday where someone said that she had just found out that if you mix all of your dry ingredients together before mixing them into the ground beef and the meatloaf, you get better flavor penetration. And so many people said, really? I never thought of that. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, this is how I've always made meatloaf. You mix all of your dry ingredients in with your breadcrumbs, then you mix your egg binder in with it all, and then you mix it all in with the meat, because that way it goes everywhere. The notion that someone didn't know this simple way of how cooking works never occurred to me. Now, having seen how viral that Facebook post went, there's a part of me that's kind of kicking myself that I never wrote a cookbook about it, because apparently it was knowledge that was needed, that I had, and I assumed everyone else had as well. Stop assuming everyone else has the knowledge you have. Share your innovations. Stop hiding who you are. Stop hiding what you are meant to be. Stop letting your anxiety hold you back. We are all facing so many hard choices right now. Speaking of hard choices, there's my mask. I wear it whenever I'm out in public. I'm pretty sure I've already had the 19. I don't care. I don't care if what I had in March was this or not. I know in March I was miserable, and I'd rather not go through anything like it again. I know it wasn't bronchitis, it wasn't pneumonia, and it wasn't asthma, because I've had all those before. So every day we are facing choices in our lives, and most of us think that the individual choices we make don't matter. What difference does it make if I wear a mask when I go in the grocery store or not? What difference does it make if I say something to someone that I love, who is doing something I consider unsafe? What difference does it make if my state legislature does something that I do not agree with? What difference does it make? I'll tell you what difference it makes. It makes all the difference that you stood up to it. What makes a difference is how your energy presents in this world. What makes a difference is how you choose to present yourself. in society at large. I do not wear a mask because I'm afraid of getting sick again. I wear a mask because it is a visual representation that I give a shit about other people's health. I wear a mask because this is my way of saying, yes, I care enough about you as a human being that I'm going to take a minimal effort to try to do my best to make sure that you are not inadvertently exposed to a contagion. I don't know what that says about the people who are more concerned for their own personal right to get a haircut or their nails done than they are for whether or not the people who are cutting their hair or doing their nails survive the night. But that's the point that we're at right now. The decisions you make matter. You control the fate of the world. Each and every one of us has the fate of the world in our hands right now, and it boils down to what decisions are we making. Societies rise and fall in the decisions of the people. What is your choice? Are you going to go for doing what you can for the good of humanity as a whole, or are you going to go for what makes you feel good in the moment? What is more important to you? What should be? The decisions you make matter. And yeah, I know we all want to put this burden down. And the time is coming when we can. We all want to stop carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders. The time is coming when we can. This is one of the few cards that is happy when it's reversed. Put down the burdens. Ease the load. But right next to it is something not so good. So make sure before you put your burden down, before we ease the load, make sure it's the right timing. Charging into this too swiftly will lead to disaster. Saying that the almighty dollar matters more than the continuation of our generations will lead to disaster. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope in what has been. Don't lose hope in what will be. But at the same time, be responsible. Make sure that the choices you are making are the best choices for everyone, not just for you personally. And I know that's a strange way of thinking for Americans. I really do. We've been raised for so long on the theory of I got mine, screw you. It's time to move away from that. Stop killing yourself working and start living a little bit.